Here are all the differences I noticed between the original 1990 book and the 2024 graphic novel of Babysitter's Little Sister, Karen's Grandmothers. As always, the graphic novel has 10 chapters, when the book has 20. Like the other graphic novels, the kids sit in groups of 4 instead of sitting in rows. Karen doesn't respond to Ricky by saying she wishes the classroom had an air conditioner. Karen doesn't introduce herself by saying she has freckles. I wonder why the graphic novel Karen lost her freckles. Maybe it makes her easier to draw, I don't know. This is not a change, but an observation. Why is Karen's teacher making the list of things to do in school today when it's 10 minutes before the end of school? She should do that at the start of the school day, not the end. The phrase adopt a grandparent no longer has hyphens. Instead of quietly raising their hands, the kids talk out loud. Karen doesn't give separate introductions for the pets. Every time Karen says the word gigundo, it's either removed or replaced with another word like super. I am gigundo disappointed at this. Karen is in her room when she thinks about old people. In the book, she thinks about old people when walking home. Karen uses an ampersand in place of the word and. Karen's full letter is written out. In the book, it's summarized. The old men outside the door are changed to old women. The number of people in the Adopt a Grandparent program is reduced from 9 to 7. Karen doesn't wonder if Esther is a woman's name. Granny adds a heart in her letter to Karen. Karen waits until after school to say she wants to be the star of the play. In the book, Karen wants to be the star right away. Karen no longer expects to fight with Nancy over who gets to be the play's star. Nancy does not say the line, "I will not visit all those old people." They remove the joke that being cultured has something to do with throat culture. Nancy says big news before Karen leaves the car. In the book, she says it after. Karen thinks Granny won't like the nickname Big Mama. The book specifically says this, the graphic novel just implies it. They remove the half page of Miss Coleman making the kids put their books away so she can get their attention. The kids give necklaces and pencil holders to both men and women. In the book, the necklaces are for women only, while the pencil holders are for men only. The teacher doesn't tell the kids to bring supplies for the necklaces and pencil holders. The graphic novel says Karen meets Grandma B a few days later. In the book, it's on a Tuesday. The real book, Paddington Marches On, is replaced with a fictional book called Connie the Cat. Karen talks to her stuffed animal instead of thinking to herself. When Karen talks to Nanny, she notices the sweater halfway through the conversation. In the book, she notices the sweater before starting the conversation. The Georgie the Ghost books are changed to the fictional Ollie the Ghost books. The character names and species are changed as well. Granny's hair is changed from almost white to dark gray. They remove a part where Karen complains she's sick of Grandma B and doesn't want to break the grandma record anymore. The boys hold papers with the word dino on them. In the book, they use erasers and lunchboxes. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lunchbox is removed. Cowabummer, dude! Karen's poem is not split up line by line. Karen's special outfit no longer has stripes. The colors of her special outfit are changed too. Bobby Gianelli talks in the dinosaur play, whereas in the book, it's Hank Ruebens. Actually, wait a second. The graphic novel doesn't have Hank at all. The graphic novel removed students Hank Ruebens, Pamela Harding, and Addie Sidney. They're replaced with totally new characters named Marie E., Shawn J., and Jax P. Why would they just get rid of 3 of the characters in this series? It's weird. The graphic novel also gives new last initials to Chris and Ian, so they have different last names. In the graphic novel, everybody in Karen's group stands alone. In the book, they all stand together. The old man has teeth. In the book, he has no teeth. Grandma B is not wearing her macaroni necklace in the graphic novel. Sukkot is spelled with K's. In the book, it's spelled with C's. The graphic novel doesn't explain what Sukkot is. The gymnast flips onto the high beam from the ground. In the book, the gymnast does a cartwheel on the high beam. That's about 45 changes in total. I would say it's a faithful adaptation, as none of the changes are major things. Besides for kicking Pamela out of Karen's class, that is a gigundo mistake, which they'll have to reverse in later graphic novels, because she's kind of an important reoccurring character.